Hi, and welcome back to Tampa Bay Right Now. Here with me now is Bridget Laconi. Bridget was diagnosed with breast cancer 7 years ago, but has overcome the disease and is now in remission. Thank you for being here, Bridget.
Thank you.
So tell us about your story. How did you find out? What was your treatment, the recovery?
My story is a story of early detection.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to get a mammogram.
Okay.
And I went. I had started a few years before being diagnosed, and you went, every year. Sadly, I lost a cousin to the disease, so I was a little more determined to make sure that I get my mammograms. I did get one. It was found early, so the treatment was much easier than when you do find it at a later stage.
Okay. It was a routine mammogram, or
it was a routine mammogram, and what they do is you get a routine one, and then they call you back to have another one, so they look a little deeper. And
sure.
When they do find it, I was able to only have a lumpectomy, so I didn't have a mastectomy or any radical surgery for it. Was able to just have radiation.
Okay.
So because of the early diagnosis, I didn't have to go through chemotherapy, which is
wonderful.
Is the brutal part of the treatment. And then 5 years of a drug called tamoxifen, which is it's a hormone drug that helps deter any further disease.
Okay.
So, and 7 years later, I'm doing fine.
So how often now do you have to go back in and get checked? Is it still routine, or is it a little more often now that you were diagnosed at one time?
In the beginning, it was every 3 months.
Okay.
Then it was every 6 months, and now it's annual.
Oh, good.
So my chances now are back to the same as someone who has never had cancer.
Okay, well that's fantastic.
And it's the early detection that really was the key to the whole thing.
Would you say you're more aware now of what's going on with your body? Are you more?
Very much.
Good.
Very much.
So you maybe check more often on yourself too?
Yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Did you find while you were going through this, were there any support groups out there for you? Did you reach out to anyone?
There are several support groups in the Tampa Bay area. I was lucky enough that my support group was my own family.
Oh, good.
And they did a good job taking care of me and making sure that everything was good. Tampa Bay-wise, though, there are many support groups out there. The one that I did get in contact with was Susan G. Komen Foundation.
Okay.
I started kind of light. I just started participating in their race because I had mentioned I had lost a cousin to the disease, and then I was struck with it also. So I started to participate in the race, and then I decided to get a little bit deeper in it, and then joined the planning committee.
Oh, good.
And learned so much more about Susan G. Komen and what they do. They're really a wonderful group of people. What we try to do is to get treatment for people who can otherwise not afford it. As you know, we have the 3-day, Susan G. Komen 3-day, and the one that I'm involved in is the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, which happens on October 6th this year in Vinoy Park. We get about 10 or 12,000 people that come to the race. It's a 5K, it's a 10K, it's a 1-mile walk. There are kids' activities. It's a great time and a great cause, and we can raise about $1 million a year.
That's fantastic.
That 3/4 of which just stay in the Tampa Bay community.
That's so good. So what would you tell to other people who may be scared to go to the doctor? They might not want to know. What would you tell to people like that?
You got to do it. You got to do it. It's well worth it. And my story is, I tell people, I don't have that serious of a story, and I'm often corrected. I am told, no, Bridget, you have the right story.
That's what I was about to tell you. I was like, no, you caught it.
Yes.
So it could have been much worse.
Yes.
If you would have waited, if you didn't go to that year exam, I could wait another year. Who knows what it could have developed into.
Exactly.
So I think your story is the most powerful because, like you said, early detection is so important.
Yes, and if you have to have it, mine is the cancer that that you want to get. You want to get it early so that we can just go through and live happily ever after.
Right, and that's the key here, is to live happily
Absolutely.
ever after. So how did you deal with the shock when you first heard? I know that you said you have an amazing support group at home, and that's very clear. What would you tell to others who maybe have just heard this news? How would you deal with the shock? What is your first resource?
The first resource would probably be to call some friends.
Okay.
Sadly, everybody knows someone that has had breast cancer now. Those people are the best to start with. And then go to, for me, the Susan G. Komen websites.
Okay.
We have, it's KomenSunPost.org. It's a great website. They have all sorts of information. They have all the referral information that you need. We have a Facebook page. It's all right there.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on your 7 years
Thank you.
In remission. So thank you.
you.
And thank you to all of our guests for joining us today. We hope you found this information helpful. If you have questions, comments, or would like to know more on this topic, you can visit our website at www.mytvtampabay.com. That's what's happening right now in Tampa Bay. I'm Allison Burns. We'll see you next time. Good night.